Hey guys, I'm Gary, and this is your exclusive movie review of The Tomorrow War. The Tomorrow War stars Chris Pratt and Yvonne Strahovski with J.K. Simmons. This movie is about a bunch of futuristic soldiers that come from the future into the past to recruit people that were meant to die in the near future to come fight in the far future 30 years from now to fight up against an alien invasion of these creatures that they actually look pretty terrifying. Like they just look like giant bugs. I think they could look like something similar to A Quiet Place's aliens, um, with a much bigger or much different head, and they have these spikes that they shoot. This was an entertaining movie, but I feel like they switched to just making it an action movie instead of making it a heartfelt film about family, which in the first 10 minutes of this movie, that's what it feels like it might be. There are small remnants of the beginnings of the movie Greenland in here. They try and push out these emotions throughout the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, but they don't follow through with it. They just kind of really jump into the main plot of the film or the main premise with all these soldiers coming back from the future, and then the movie kind of like jumps off from there and becomes like this big action set piece. The movie is good. I love the idea of it. I love the idea of going to the future to fight for your children and to fight for your life. But I feel like it became a huge mess when you hit the future. Chris Pratt's character, he meets a relative in the future. They kind of get into this. They bond, but at a certain point where they try like she the relative tries to like back away, stay distant because you know there's a history there that wasn't present in the present, but is now have been the past in the future. And like all these little drama, little pieces, they're good, they're great, but they don't bring them to life. You don't feel or give a shit about what's happening. You just want to know what's going on at that moment with the aliens and all this stuff going around. People have said that this is a lot more like it has the same feel of The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, and you can kind of see it there. You can see the tone there, maybe, or maybe the fact that it's a futuristic movie with the word tomorrow in it. Maybe that's all they're getting from it. You can kind of see that it's there, but it's not. It's completely different story, completely different movie. Basically the same premise, but it acts completely different. I think The Edge of Tomorrow is a much more superior film. This movie is this movie is more of a dumbed down version, if you want to call it that. If you want to compare the two, it is a dumbed down version of Tom Cruise's Edge of Tomorrow. It had a lot of really good moments in it. I watched the whole movie right through without pausing. I think I paused once to just use the washroom, but other than that, I was pretty focused in the movie. The acting is pretty good, but it does get really cheesy. What the biggest thing that I didn't understand is as soon as Chris Pratt's character jumps into the future, he's all about like he's all about war. He had a background history of being in the military or the Marines, I can't or the Navy. I can't remember which one it was now. But he quickly takes all of that and like he was in the military the day before and he knows what he's doing. He's fighting off these aliens, he's killing, and I just feel like there should have been a transition period, or a much more explained transition period instead of just like, oh, he's in the future. He's literally dumped on a building in the middle of the city and fighting these aliens off. Near the end of the movie, you feel like it's going to end, and then it adds on another 20 minutes or a half an hour. And I like it, it depends on the movie, but I do like it when movies do that, where it's just, oh, it's going to end, it's going to end. No, something else is going to happen. But you don't want that to be predictable. And I felt like that was predictable. You knew it was going to happen as soon as they made that turn. But all in all, I think this was a good movie. It's a good movie to get entertained. Watch it with your family or by yourself. It's a good movie either way. But I just like it's not your thinking movie. Leave your brain at the door or wherever you put it when you watch stupid movies. Like it's passable. Thanks for watching, and please share if you agree or disagree. Put a comment down below me.